Yes, everybody! What's up? It's Raheem Escalay here with the 413 Sportstalk special. You have now made it to the 2022 Western Massachusetts High School Football Season Preview. And let's get right into it. Our first year with all new MIA formats under our belts. All that confusion, frustration, angst, whatever you want to call it, it's under our belts. And we're just going to roll out all the teams in their respective divisions. Standings, under this, and mixed all in with it, actually, should I say, the power rankings have made their return tonight. Welcome to the Western Mass High School Football Season Preview via Raheem Escalay of 413 Sports Talk, 8/23 on August 31st, 2022. Love you all, wishing nothing but health, wealth, and success, and thank you very much for your continued support of the show. Here we go. We're not going to go through everyone. We have the rankings and everything mixed together, so I'm going to go through it, and we'll talk about that and some of the key games. At least I think you're going to pop off in the first week. And here we are with the number one Central Golden Eagles. They had a record of 10-2 last year. With one fluke loss and really the opening day loss, I think that kind of like was the turning point for these young men. These young men that are soon to be pros in our very own backyard, Springfield, Massachusetts. One time for Central Golden Eagles. Yes. Mass State champions 3 times in a row. William Watson III is the state's best quarterback, leading in just about every stat category since taking over the starting spot. A Nebraska commit already. This guy has many of us anticipating what he will do this year. Stars like defensive tackle Bryce Warwick, wide receiver Kevin Jackson, all commit to college football after high school, and the list continues to grow. Central Golden Eagles head coach Bill Watson, first year as head coach, as former state winning head coach Valdemar Brower left Central to return to his alma mater to be the U.S. Minutemen's defensive line coach. One time for Coach Brower, he was integral at turning my high school's program around and making it a factory for potential pros. So between the team's incumbent offensive coordinator spot for a number of years and been the team's incumbent going back to Coach Watson, he's been the team's incumbent offensive coordinator for a number of years. Father of Golden Eagles field general William Pop Watson. There are very few holes in this team. An expert level coaching in every phase of the game, offense, defense, special teams, has coupled well with the kids and their immense talents that they display on the football field week in and week out. Every position group seems to be at the top of their game, and we're looking for the Central Golden Eagles to be four-time champions. Number 2, the Wacona Warriors last year had a record of 11-1. They had the number 3 offense, number 2 defense. Number 2 offense, number 6 defense. Though there are huge questions on the defense that graduated most of its key players, I still think that Wacona's offensive line, which was also filled with a lot of guys who graduated last year, but the depth in this position group is unreal. Probably the best that we have in high school football. I have them as the number 2 team coming into the season, power ranked. Number 3, one of my favorites, the Hoosick Valley Hurricanes. They were 9-2. They won 9 straight after losing the season opener. Over that span, their defense was ranked number 1. Number 4, the Ware Indians also held a 9-2 record. They scored 33 or more points in all but 3 games. Look for Ware to come back with that same offensive firepower as this year's getting ready to come down. I'm ready for some football. Oh, fuck. I'm ready. Westfield Bombers, they were 8-2. This team missed a game because of COVID, but had the number 1 defense that gave up the least points allowed and the second fewest rushing yards in the second half of the season. Number 6, the Palmer Panthers. They were 7-2. Shout out to my guy, Jack Latendre. He's going to be back under center this year. Oh, that boy was slinging it downfield last year. They led the league in passing yards per game and went on a 4-game win streak to close out the year, only to get beaten by 3 at the hands of Oxford in the States. This is still a team who I think has a great leader at quarterback. He's an even better guard and point guard, power forward, whatever you want to do when you combine those two. Jack Latendre is everything. He's an athlete. He's a fucking beast, and one of the good friends of the show. Number 7, Greenfield Green Wave. They were 6-3 last year. Defense never gave up more than 2 touchdowns in any one single game. And with only 3 graduating seniors, I think there is definitely room to repeat that sentiment. Plus, they really throw the ball well. They throw the ball well too. Number 8, Northampton Blue Devils were 7-4. Shout out to my guy, Big Ben Sladilski. If I did not fucking slay that, I'm sorry. They played a questionable schedule last year and lost to top teams when it mattered the most. Let's see what they can do this year. Number 9, the Pittsfield Generals are 6-2. The highest scoring offense in Western Massachusetts by points per game average. The number 1 scoring offense was Central. But Pittsfield kind of like tied, kind of like fell to Central a little bit. It was so close it was ridiculous. The West Springfield Terriers at 6-5. I have them number 10. Talent everywhere, but at quarterback, let's see if somebody is going to step up and lead all these receivers and what they have at tight end. Jeez. Number 11, the Agawam Brownies, 6-4, losing the Moose. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to all the Wallaces, as a matter of fact, the whole Wallace family. Shout out to all y'all, man, for real, for real. Losing the Moose is going to hurt, especially on 3rd and 10 or more, which Agawam faced quite a bit last year. Number 12, the East Hampton Eagles are 6-4. Last season, it was nothing but distractions. Not having a true home field to play in was tough for anybody, and proves tough for the East Hampton Eagles to stay consistent in the win column. I think they are going to come back and show us a little something, huh? Number 13, the Minnetonka Falcons. They finished 5-4. Defense got torched a lot last season, especially by Central, but the offense was pretty good and remains to see the same. And I am definitely still trying to get in contact with their coach for a little interview to get on for 1-3 Sportstalk. Come on, let's make that happen. Number 14, East Long Meadow Spartans, 5-5. They're great on both sides of the ball, of which I got to witness heads up at the senior day of last season. Look for them to stretch the field more vertically this season. My guy Shane at quarterback is going to fucking kill it. They open the season on September 16th at South Hadley. We will be there. Number 15, Holy Purple Knights. They're 5-6. The offense lost its signature, Quinn Colley, and top basketball playing playmaker and football playing playmaker in his 1 year, Jael Cabrera. The defense is a speedy group of inexperienced guys that are going to be on the field a lot this year, as the same as to say about what they have at the quarterback position. And that's it for the rankings part. Those are my top 15 teams going into the start of the season. Like it or not, we're going to print them and have them in a post pretty soon at some point this week. So please let me know how you feel about those. And I will go to battle with anybody who thinks different. Now let's talk about some big Week 1 matchups. Right out the gate, we have number 10 West Springfield at number 13 Minnetonka. That is going to be fucking crazy. Number 3 Hoosick Valley at number 8 Northampton, and I predict that Hoosick Valley wins that one on the road. I'll go with West Springfield over Minnetonka too, by the way. Pittsfield, number 9 Pittsfield Generals at the number 2 Wacona Warriors. What's that? I smell an upset. I see Pittsfield beating Wacona on the road. Big dogs. Frontier Red Hawks and my guy Aiden Dredge and his father, head coach Scott Dredge. Shout out to you both. They get ready to take on the Ware Indians. The Ware is ranked number 4, and I have this, my 413 Sports Talk game of the week. And then an additional, since it's the first week game of the week, we have Central Catholic at the number 1 Central Golden Eagles. All these are big Week 1 matchups. And one last thing before we close this thing out. After Week 4, the power rankings extend to 20. After Week 8, they extend to 25. So, at the end of the season, we'll have a broader scope on the talent in Western Massachusetts, especially the sport of football. And I want to thank you very much for participating in this and watching the season preview. Love you all, wishing up a health to success. And good luck to every single school I mentioned on this show tonight. And to the schools that I didn't mention on the show tonight, same exact thing to you. Good luck in this football season. Get out there, get your jerseys dirty, get ready to show somebody that you can do it. It doesn't mean if you're not ranked or looked at by media. It matters how you guys play. It matters how you play for the guy that's standing next to you. Play hard for your school. Play hard for the stadium. Play hard for the guy that's sitting next to you. And everything's going to be all right. Love you all. Peace. This was a 2022 Western Massachusetts high school football season preview.